Hello and welcome to Mystic Musings. I'm your host, Cindy Van Arnhem, possibilitarian and master numerologist. And every day I like to pop in and reflect on the day's energy. And Joy and Jonah come live every morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I love to just pop in and share my reflection of the day. It is often in the reflection of the energy that we learn the most, that we discover what unfolded, and then we can make note of that the next time we experience similar energy. So today's invitation from Joy and Jonah was to opt out of fear and leap into belief, and to recognize that the universe isn't just going to hand us things on a silver platter. We're the only ones who can call ourselves higher. And I remember waking up this morning and just feeling into this energy, feeling into the 9 energy of March, the 9 of spades energy today, feeling the 1 energy day. But also for myself personally, I'm experiencing a 9 energy year. I have the day energy of the 9. There's a lot of 9 in my chart right now. And recognizing that, I had some time this morning. I was up super early and I reflected back just from the beginning of the year, just from January, of how that 9 has unfolded for me so far. And what I have discovered is how much I've let go of. And some of it has been challenging, and some of it has been a blip on the radar, and some of it I wasn't even aware until I actually spent time in reflection upon it. But case in point, my social media profiles was one of the biggest ones that's happened this year, of just letting it go, whatever, it's no big deal, right? And thinking into that and today's energy, it would be really easy to be afraid of, oh man, I had all those followers and now I don't. I could be afraid that I'm not going to get more followers, that it's going to be really hard to build these platforms back up again, etc., etc. I could think that way. But I don't think that way. I focus on possibility. I focus on what if. What else could be true here? What am I not seeing? And so this morning, when I was feeling into today's energy, and after listening to Joy and Jonah share what was coming for the day, I really had a hard time figuring out how I navigated today's energy. And as I was sitting here preparing to go live, I was like, what was it about today? And what I realized was that it was very subtle. It was very subtle because I do this work of self-mastery. I am always leaning into possibility. I am always thinking bigger. I am always aware of my emotional state. I am always aware of the thoughts I'm thinking and the feelings I'm feeling and the actions I'm taking within that energy. And so today I had a lot of things to do that were outside of my comfort zone. I had to learn a new piece of software and figure out how to set systems up that we're dependent on in our business. I had to have some very difficult conversations that I have not had before and I was uncomfortable with. I learned things about numerology today that I have never learned before, and I had to expand my mind and open up to possibility and curiosity. And underneath the surface of that was a very subtle thread of fear. And I didn't recognize it until I really took a step back and reflected. Now, the 9 loves reflection. So I definitely invite you to feel into today's energy and take a moment to reflect. How did you experience today's energy? Did you experience it in chaos and having to let go of things and things just seeming to come to an end and you couldn't understand why, and the mind started spinning of like, oh man, what did I do? I must have done something wrong. It's all my fault, etc., etc. Or did you continuously call yourself to the next level, however subtle that level may have been? Right? So today, this morning, I had to set up new systems with a new piece of software that I'm not used to, totally outside of my comfort zone. And, the back of the mind is doing but what if you did it wrong and then it doesn't work and all these people, blah, blah, blah. I can easily grab onto that voice and continue listening to that voice and let it put me in a tailspin. But instead, when you hear me say this time and time again, awareness is everything. I heard that voice and I immediately went, yeah, but okay, well, what else could be true? What if I'm really freaking good at figuring out technology? What if it just works? What if it was easy? What if there was no mountain? What if I can't figure it out, I could reach out to someone else on the team and they could support me? There were so many other possibilities to focus on that the voice just quieted. It wasn't that I needed to tell the voice to shut up or go away or fuck off. I just had an awareness of it, acknowledged the thought, and said, yeah, but what if? What if something else were true? That's how you call yourself higher. So the moment you hear that inner critic saying, you're not good enough, you can't do this, you suck, nobody's going to hear what I have to say, recognize the voice. Be aware of the voice. Be aware of the thought. And then invite yourself to something else. But what if people do love what I have to say? But what if I am worthy? But what if I'm smart? And what if I can figure this out? And what if me doing this creates a ripple of impact where other people see that they can do it too? See how this perpetuates? It's as simple as having awareness of the initial thought. Whether that initial thought serves you or not doesn't mean you have to hang on to it. We have something around the 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. Are you taking action on all of those? No. Habitually, a lot of them, yes. But those thoughts that you have awareness of, you get to choose if you're going to give them meaning or not. So under the surface, I heard that voice and I went, but what else? And I have myself a little pep talk. Yep, you're good. You are smart. You are intelligent. You're amazing. You know how to do this. You are open to possibilities. You are curious. You have the ability to figure this out. And boom, I figured it out. And it literally took me less than 10 minutes because I leaned into possibility instead of the thought that it was going to be hard. Same thing with the difficult conversations. I heard myself say, oh man, I really don't want to have that conversation. What if I just put it off till tomorrow? I don't want to deal with it right now. But they might not like me after that. All the voice. But I didn't beat myself up for having the voice. I just said, it's okay, little buddy. We're just calling ourselves higher. And you can have hard conversations. You are the CEO of your life. You are the CEO. You can do this. You can have these hard conversations. So step it up. And what if it wasn't a hard conversation? What if it was an easy conversation? And it was. The only thoughts that have meaning are the ones you choose to give meaning to. Same thing with the numerology I learned today. Got about halfway into it and my head was like, holy moly, there's so much to learn here. There's so many different rabbit holes I could go down. I'm confused, right? The thoughts come in. And I just take a step back and I take a deep breath and I say to the mind, you've got this. What if this was easy? What if there was no mountain? What if you could figure this out? What if you spent some time feeling into it? What if you gave yourself space? What if you didn't have to know it all right now? There's so many different possibilities. And so all day today, I noticed the thoughts and I chose differently. That's what we mean by stepping out of fear and choosing to believe in yourself. Calling yourself higher. The universe isn't magically going to make fear disappear one day. That's not how it works. It is our job to choose possibility over fear. It is our job to believe in ourselves, to believe that what we have to say, what we have to do in the world matters. The universe isn't going to tell you that you matter. The only way that you can decide to matter is to decide to matter. And then the universe will reflect that back to you. But if you decide to go out into the world and live in fear, and what if people don't like me, and what if what I have to say doesn't matter, and what if I'm always broke, and what if I'm always in lack, the universe will reflect that back to you and prove you right. So which would you prefer? The universe reflecting back to you how fucking brilliant you are? Or the universe reflecting back to you other thoughts and beliefs that don't serve? Today was a day to call yourself higher. Did you? And if you didn't, that's okay. No judgment here. Know that it's possible. And if you don't believe that to be true, borrow my belief in you, because I love you, I believe in you, and I see your power. Every human on this planet operates the same way. Your thoughts and your feelings. Awareness is everything. And the moment you become aware of that inner voice is the moment you have the ability to forgive it and choose differently. So let me know how you experienced today. Let me know how it unfolded for you. I can't wait to see all your comments. Have an amazing evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.